Okay. You're really giving week one mean energy right now.
Really?
And we've come a long way. And I feel like, yes.
Nostalgic, right?
But you're really being mean. You're really being mean. You are really being mean. Like I told you right now, that I'm telling you something. You're saying it's private at the end of the day. Private, but still on the national
I'm just saying that.
And hold on. Let's let me finish. Because sometimes I feel like, I know you care about yourself and you do what you need to do and you speak your mind and you say how you feel without caring about any, like, you see, and that's what I like about you. That's the interesting part. But like at the same time too, I feel like you cut deep sometimes the things you say. I was telling you about how I felt about this thing. I told you that you didn't call my name at all. I felt a certain way about it. Like, and I did, and I was like, you know, it's fine. And I kept it pushing it. And I'm letting you know now that we didn't speak all day today. And I'm expressing to you, I'm talking to them, Tara, and I'm expressing to you, this is how I feel. And the next thing you say, you don't want to hear it, you don't want, and that's fine. You know what, I'm going to move on from it.
Okay.
But I just want to let you know that you're really being mean to me right now. You are really being mean. You're really being mean. I'm telling you, you're really being mean. You're really
do you need to take it to court? And let us find the sport.
So crazy.
How is this so crazy? You didn't talk to me, I didn't talk to you, so how am I?
I told you just now, the reason why I didn't talk to you, the last statement you made to me before you slept was, Kola, I need some space.
And I said that.
And I was like, you know what, let me give her some space. Maybe when I finally talk to her, she would maybe get a hang of it.
You just talking to me for the first time today, so how am I being mean? I didn't say that in a very heart-piercing manner. You said, oh, I wrote something about you and I just didn't say it on stage. I was like, okay, so if you didn't say it on stage, why do you want to say it backstage?
Because
I said, oh, do you want to let me speak, please? And then, first of all, we're not in a good place, like I said, and I wasn't much ready to write anything about me. I knew you were going to write something about your closest friend. So I was like, okay, you know what? I didn't think you write something about me, doesn't mean you didn't. Like, at that time that I was writing it, I just felt like, I don't think you will. I mean, well, please, just let me speak.
Okay, sure.
And then this is the reason why I felt like that. I felt like, oh, okay, we've really tried to stay out of faces. I mean, I thought that was what we're doing because so many times we play games and you pick someone else. So just because, you know, I wouldn't want you to put me in that space. Like we've done it countless times and we've had conversations about it and you're like, okay, I know you don't want me to call your name during games and stuff like that. So then I'm like, okay, I'm not sure this would be exceptional. That was how I felt. And then I was like, okay, I don't even think it would happen. And then in me, I was like, okay, it would be weird if I wrote your name and we're still on that path. Do you even get me?
I hear you.
Yeah.
Where I'm coming from, if I went before you, I definitely would have called your name. For a fact. And let me explain something to you. And that's why it pissed me off that your name was like Dede and Kola. Like I really wish there was a gap so that if I needed to process how I felt at that moment, I would have processed it in a way that, you know what, even if it didn't call my name, I would have felt, you know what, let me do it. But because at that moment I was right after you. Funny enough, when you were coming on the stage, you called my name accidentally.
Oh, sorry.
I saw your story.
See? That was a very genuine mistake.
A wonderful, good mistake. The name is literally here.
Yeah, it's just there as half, not even really part of the group. Let's not act like it's
about you, and I know you do care about me. I feel like you're like the calm in my storm whenever I feel like a lot is going on in this house.
I mean, not in a bad way. It's just like you didn't say it, so I don't think I want to hear it on private. Anyways, no, not like I'm trying to.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah. So that part of this conversation that's about to happen, I just feel like I've had enough of private content. And I just feel like there's no point. But I just feel like you wrote something and you chose not to say it.
When I mean wrote something, obviously when I said that, I meant like I was going to list my parties, general parties, and I said that it was my premium party. But like I felt a certain way that I was never. I'm human too. I felt like because if I went first, I definitely would have did that. But you never mentioned my name.
Like, I'm just saying that.
Okay, it's fine. I feel like why are you behaving like this? Why are you being mean all of a sudden?
How am I mean?
Like, you're being so mean. You're acting. You're being mean. You are being really mean. Like, very. Like, you don't see it, but it's fine. You're really being mean, but it's fine. Just trying to, like, you're making it start from square one all over again. Like, square one.
Just speak today. I understand. I'm fine. Like, you didn't say anything to me. I didn't say anything.
Because I told you I'm giving you space, and I'm telling you that I'm telling you something, and I'm texting. So like, when it comes to me, we never make it public. Always, even when we play games, I never like make anything public because she thought I was never going to make anything public. And I was like,
so when I wrote mine, I think she read mine. She was like, "What's that about?" And I said, "Right." I see that she was like, "Okay." So when I now realized, okay, you talk about multiple people, and I was just reading the paragraph. That's when I said, "You read the paragraph." And she kept on writing and writing. She was also like saying what to talk about her. I did ask about River because people get emotional. This is not next to us about somebody that he's writing about. I don't believe he was writing about it. He was really emotional. She was like, "Is that what we get emotional about?" But now I think about it, I think it makes so. Maybe he was getting very emotional. I was like, or maybe he was being emotional. But as he was writing, he was getting emotional. Don't cry, okay? So I don't know, Sha, but I didn't even know you could write about multiple people. When everybody was not talking about multiple people, I said, let me write multiple.
That's how I was gonna say.
No, I only wrote one person. If I knew it was multiple people, I would write him, Dede, everybody as proper ones, proper speeches. I didn't know that. So that's why I just focused on only one person.
Yeah, like
I even said, I told that, like, it shouldn't be, just don't tit for tat, right?
She did for me, I feel like
Remember when she said, Kola,
that was awkward.
I said, oh my God, it's so messy. Oh,
that was awkward as hell. And I was not alright after.
But I didn't think you guys needed to do. But like, if you really want to write about her,
No, I get it.
I feel like one person needs to start. So that the next task it will be like, okay.
I don't really look full. Like a fool on kind of
No, you can just hint it there. You cannot say words. You cannot say, you just put one small word.
Maybe we'll talk about me one time.
They do tit for that. You be man now. Don't reason anybody.
I'm a petty Koyin. Beautiful. Beautiful. This one.
When you say age factor with the actual age factor. I thought that was so cute that she told him about it too.
Yeah, she said that he has a lot of things to work on.
Yeah.
Cute. I was like,
it's like everybody's friendship was more like you could understand more like of people's friendship.
It's funny enough when I even went to do it, I was so upset. Because all the guys went on stage. Most people went on stage and like their emotions, like there was no cry, there was nothing at all.
Okay, so I can't lie, when I saw him, I was like, this is a worry color.
I don't have anything against it.
Maybe he just feels like you're not a direct person. For not to go and meet Imisi and tell her that you were using her at some point. Maybe she did that. You told her. You told me that Aquafina to meet Imisi and told her that you're using. And so for her to do that, that means they've had a conversation about it. Then under their calm side, and they must have felt like, oh, maybe Kola is not being genuine with this girl, he's probably using this girl. I think today just showed everybody like, they actually have a connection. Like it's not just about strategy and game. Because I've told you that it looks like that, but you've explained to me like, you've explained to me that you guys actually have like deep conversations and she's open up to you. So I feel like. I do feel like the only thing I'm skeptical about with you guys' friendship is the side that she wants to just be obsessive over you.
Yes, that's the only part. I agree with you. I
just think that side is not healthy. All that, why are you friends with this, why are you closer to this person? I don't think it's necessary. I feel like it could give off the vibe that she likes you more than she should as a friend. But then I've also felt like if she does like you more, to be a case of she probably will know that it wouldn't go anywhere and it will end in the like. Do you understand? It will end. The likeness will just end up being just a likeness, a feeling. It wouldn't go past that. And I think she will make she should be okay with that. Because you said that there were times where you should be angry that you're spending more time with Dede. And I'm like, that is giving jealousy. That's not no longer friendship.
Or give me
Attitude when she sees you with another girl that you like and she knows. That's actually giving that there's something more to it. But even if there's something more, as far as you're clear on what you're there's nothing.
And I do care about the person genuinely.
People who listened to the conversation between Kola and Dede after the Aquafina task and are surprised that he's doing what he's doing. I don't even know what to say to you guys because this is Kola. Kola does not waste highlights, okay? Especially highlights that he didn't have to work for. He does not waste them. There is no way that Kola is going to waste those highlights. I am not surprised that he spoke with Dede and then went to Imisi to talk about it and then went to Bright. Sorry, Mide. Bright wasn't contributing in that conversation. He went to Imisi. Like, I am not surprised at all. Okay? Now, Dede explained something in their conversation and that's where I want to anchor my conversation on because he did not deny it. And he also relayed it to Mide as well in his conversation with her much later. They agreed that they were not going to be public about their affections for each other. They will not mention each other's names in tasks, stuff like that. So, according to Dede, that is why she did not include him in her script. Now, Kola is crying foul that Dede did not mention his name in her speech. And so he reciprocated the energy by omitting the part where he added her to his speech. Now, do you know the funny thing? After Dede explained that she didn't include him because of their prior agreement, he tries to read what he wrote to her and then she tells him she does not want to hear it because she's had a good share of private affections and affirmations to her. And I'm like, girl, you see these two people, it is their fans who do not understand what they are doing that will continue to drag themselves. Because there is no way that after agreeing and actually executing the agreement or not mentioning each other's names, you are now saying you don't want to hear it because you've had a fair share of private affirmations and what's that word? Affections and whatever other things that comes with being loved. Why? You could have just ended it there when you said, I didn't put your name because we have an agreement that we are working with. That would have been fine. That would have been perfect. But when you take a step further to gaslight him by saying you don't want to, since he didn't say it in public, there is no need for him to say it in private. It means that you are expressing expectations. Expectations after you yourself executed your private agreement. It is screaming to timing. It is like the perfect example of two timing. If you won't mention his name because you both have an agreement, why are you pissed? Or why are you saying it should, should be both of you agreed that affections will be private. Why don't you want to get the private? You wanted the public one. He didn't come out. It's not like she's angry. Obviously, Kola is the one that wants to milk the highlights. Okay, that is a fact. But the truth is, Dede too is feeding it. Do you get? She is also feeding it. Both of them. There is no innocence between Kola and Dede. They know exactly what they are doing. The two of them know exactly what they are doing because if Dede had no problem with Kola not mentioning her name because of their privacy agreement, right? Why is she now bringing in the fact that he didn't read for her? So what was the point? And then she also said that her name was mentioned in just a tiny bit of his script. So what's the point? Like, I'm like, why do you even care at all whether he wrote or said what he wrote on the stage? Since you are working with the agreement, why can't Kola also work with the same agreement? Do you get? Now, I want to enter Kola because Kola too has his own fair share of terrible things. I have not asked you guys to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I just went straight into it. But please do so. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't and like the video. And also, because we've been talking for quite some time, I'd like to hear your thoughts. What do you think about Dede's reaction to Kola not mentioning her name in his affections and affirmations at the Paddy task? What do you think? I know that Kola's media rounds, of course, will drag it. In fact, let's get into it. So you've spoken with Dede, which was not necessary because you already reciprocated the energy. Why do you have to now go back to explain yourself? If not that you are trying to milk the highlights. That's why I said the people who are saying, oh, Kola must be stupid, that hasn't he seen girls before in his life? Why is he, bringing down the brotherhood? Brotherhood will not feed Kola, okay? Brotherhood is not going to make Kola famous. Brotherhood has always been there. Brotherhood hasn't done shit. Kola took himself into the show to get whatever fame he can get, and he's doing exactly that. He is working overtime to make sure that the fame that he went there to get, he gets it. And that entails him staying on the show for as long as possible. And that is what Kola's mind is at. That is where his target is at. So milking highlights has kept him in the house this long. It does not need to be a genius to understand that his back and forth with Dede is interesting for people to watch, and he exploits it. Okay? So it is not a matter of whether Kola is stupid for going after Dede and explaining himself, or whether he looks stupid. Do you think that Kola does not know that he actually looks stupid sometimes? The things that he does? You think he does not know that they look stupid? He does know. He is fully aware of it. Yet he continues to do them. Why? Because he went through the hard stuff to be in the house. You think he's going to throw it away because of what people would think of him? When he has a good storyline? Kola has one of the best storylines in the house. Do you get? He has one of the best storylines. I don't think that Kola goes to bed any day without strategizing for the next day. And this just fell on his laps. He didn't have to strategize. Do you get? He didn't have to think about it. He didn't have to plan layout and conversation lines and all of that. He is just happy that something this golden fell on his laps. He already had a storyline, okay, with the whole Zita choosing him to be HOH Paddy Abby guest, and then Dede now sort of like throwing tantrums because of that. He already had that storyline. He was already running with it. In fact, he's still running with it. And then another one comes and you think that Kola is just going to let it pass. Oh no. Definitely not. And I am happy for him that he's actually milking the situation. Because why not? Any other person giving Kola's storyline probably will do the same thing. So I'm not going to bash the guy. Leave him to milk his storyline as much as he can. The people that are dragging him will not contribute anything to his... Okay, well, the dragging is also contributing to his fame. I mean, he's getting the results that he probably always wanted to get. You're dragging him, you're calling him stupid, you're calling him woman rapper. Is not going to change anything. Now, let's even talk about the fact that he refused to read what he wrote because Dede did not mention his name. If he really had affection for her and really wanted to express how he felt for her, why does he need her validation and her mentioning his name to be able to do that? He doesn't need that. Do you get? Dede does not need to mention his name for him to say what she means to him. Do you get? She doesn't. She does not have to. But classic Kola saw a situation that played into his favor, and he Kola literally was thinking on his feet. At some point, he said that he missed his lines while he was, saying what he had to say about Imisi, that he had to just improvise. I don't think that missing the line was because he couldn't see what he wrote anymore. No, he was right there on the stage thinking on his feet, and he did what he thought would advance his game right there and then, and executed it, which was not mentioning Dede's name and then coming back to do media rounds about it, because nobody would have known that Kola wrote anything about Dede if he didn't start the media rounds. Tell me this is not an intentional act. As a matter of fact, I do believe that Kola is extremely brilliant for the way that he thinks on his feet. Because any other person probably would have mentioned Dede and then come back to do the media rounds, which would have been like, I don't know, probably would have had the same effect. But Kola didn't and came back and started the media rounds. And it is blowing up. Kola is going to be on people's lips for the next couple of days again, advancing his game forward. So please don't come for Kola. Okay? Don't come for Kola. He is doing a great job keeping his name on people's lips. He's one of the most talked about housemates this season. He is one of the most interesting game players this season. He's one of the most I don't want to say hated, because he's not. But like people are angry and love him at the same time. So is the housemate that evokes such strong emotions from fans. And that is a good thing. That is advancing Kola's agenda in the house and outside the house. Mind you, I believe that Kola will have a lot of post-show social capital. He will drag a lot of attention post-show because of the dynamics that he has created in the house. If the Dede story doesn't work outside, Imisi will work. If Imisi will not work outside, his friendship with Mide and Bright will work. If it doesn't work, Thelma on. Kola has so many stories. And then he was even building another one entirely with Tracy and Zita before Tracy left. And he has continued that legacy with Zita. Tell me that this guy does not know what he's doing. You must be watching the back of your TV to think that whatever Kola is doing is just spontaneous and it's just not a fast thinking person. No, Kola is not slow. You can call Kola any other thing, but he is definitely not slow. Let's move on to what Mide said about Imisi's should we call it obsession or jealousy? Now, Mide hit the nail right on the head when she said that Kola just needs to be clear about where he stands with Imisi. And I'm like, that's actually true because in as much as, right, Kola and Imisi are friends and he has quite, been clear about that. Remember when Bright complained to Mide that Imisi had told him that he should warn his friend to stop asking her to kiss him. Remember that conversation? Yeah. I think that Kola doing stuff like that may have put stuff in Imisi's head. And see, I know that Imisi is probably obsessed with Kola, okay? No doubt. But it will not help. It does not help, rather, that Kola would be saying stuff to her, signaling the possibility of green flags in the future. And so if Imisi starts telling him that, or rather starts getting jealous when Kola spends time with someone like Dede, it is not entirely Imisi's fault. Okay, it is not entirely Imisi's making to be feeling that way. She probably is feeling that way because there has been fuel to her fire. And it's like, you're telling me to kiss you today, tomorrow in the evening, I'm seeing you with Dede. Of course, she would feel a certain type of way. So at the end of the day, Kola be feeling that fire, fanning the flames, and then behave like he is somehow the victim. Because I remember even Bright was telling him one day that Imisi is trying to make him look a certain way. And I'm like, Bright, you are slow. Because there's no way that you've heard what Kola said to Imisi and be thinking that somehow he is the victim or that Imisi is trying to create narrative on him. Anywho, I think I have said my piece in this video concerning Dede, Kola, Imisi. Everybody just playing their game. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Also, please don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on notification, and definitely be back for more. Finally, and definitely not the least, I want to say a very big thank you to all of you who comment